Yesterday, lawmakers wrapped up the 2023 session at the Iowa State Capitol. It was a session jam-packed with bills that stirred up reactions from Iowans across the state. With Republicans maintaining a majority in each chamber, and of course with Governor Kim Reynolds, it was not difficult for Republicans to push through legislation that's been on many leaders' wish lists for years.
My school choice bill will create education savings accounts for families who choose to send their child to a private school.
Less than 2 weeks after unveiling her vision for a statewide education savings account plan, Governor Kim Reynolds put pen to paper, signing the Students First Act into law.
I'm excited about the entire bill. I'm excited about comprehensive education reform, ESAs.
The measure, which will eventually give every child in the state access to nearly $7,600 per year toward private school tuition and other costs, came after years of work from Reynolds and her team.
Well, I'm not going to stop on that until they find and die and go home. So we're going to continue to work on that.
That was Reynolds in May of last year, not giving up hope on an ESA bill passing in the final weeks of the session. But it didn't, due to a number of Republicans in the House not giving it the green light. Former Representative John Thorup was one of them.
It's a high enough amount of money that I really think it is, over the course of the next few years, going to hurt our small school districts. And that's just nothing I'm willing to do.
Thorup believed his stance is what led Reynolds to endorsing his opponent in the primary.
I haven't spoken to her about it, but I think that's the case.
Thorup was just one of 4 sitting Republicans who didn't support vouchers, who lost their race after Reynolds supported their challenger. The 2022 midterms expanded Republicans' majority in both chambers, giving them a supermajority to pass any bill they wanted. Some of the most intense debates were on bills focused on LGBTQ+ issues, primarily transgender topics. One bill bans gender-affirming care for anyone younger than 18. It also prevents transgender people from using public school restrooms aligning with their gender identity.
I'm a parent, I'm a grandmother. I know how difficult this is. This is an extremely uncomfortable position for me to be in. You know, I don't like it, but I have to do what I believe right now is in the best interest of the kids.
I want you to understand that the gender-affirming surgery my child received was medically necessary, potentially life-saving care.
Another bill approved by lawmakers requires books with description or visual depictions of sex acts to be removed from classrooms and school libraries. The Bible and other religious texts are exempt.
Prohibiting such literature sends messages to students that certain topics are taboo or shameful, creating an environment that is not conducive or open and for honest dialogue.
There's a mountain of evidence that many Iowa school libraries contain books that do provide sexually explicit and obscene pictures and narratives that many Iowa parents find objectionable.
By far the most lengthy bill, the 1,500-plus page measure to realign state government. The law consolidates the number of cabinet-level agencies from 37 to 16 and gives Reynolds more power when it comes to the appointment, salary, and firing of top state employees.
Services were spread unpredictably across state government, really causing just unnecessary friction for Iowans. And what we also saw was fractured organizational structure that was preventing thousands of capable, hardworking public servants from reaching their full potential.
It's not broke, so what are you fixing other than going through the code and assuming power at every level that you look at?
And while Democrats and Republicans remain divided on the majority of these major bills, one that passed this week found bipartisan support. That was the property tax reform bill. It received unanimous support in the Senate and only one no from a Democrat in the House.